Hey YouTube, this is Jennifer or Batgirl here, and today I'm going to answer a question that I had when I was initially getting my Worbla and Wonderflex on my thing to do my project. And I had so many questions that I just wanted other people to know these things before they ended up getting it for their projects. And one thing that I have here is Worbla, and if you haven't seen Worbla yet, it's basically a thermoplastic. One side is kind of hard and dry. That's this side. It kind of feels like sandpaper, but not really. It's really smooth sandpaper, so maybe like really small grit sandpaper, just not as rough. But the other side is shiny and sleek, and you can move your hand across it really easily. And this is the side that has an adhesive or a glue on it. And this side is the side that you usually glue two pieces of Worbla together. Like this little scrap, you would put them together, and when it's heated, obviously, and it would stick together. And that's why a lot of people like Worbla, because you can make anything out of it. And the other reason why I'm here is Wonderflex. And most people will ask, what's the difference? Because I know this is a little bit cheaper than buying the Worbla. And I'm going to answer that in a few minutes by showing you both sides and my personal favorite. And this isn't Worbla, this is Wonderflex. And the Wonderflex is basically the same as the Worbla, and it has one kind of gritty sandpaper side, and this side is a lot more smooth. This side has the adhesive, but to my surprise, I think it wasn't a very sticky adhesive either. But this side also kind of feels a lot more like foam, and it just doesn't really appeal to me from the beginning when I got this. But we'll see what you like, because it's all up to you, the buyer, or the audience, depending if you don't even want it. And when you're doing these kind of things, I always like to have a template. And this is just done on some tracing paper. It's just really flimsy paper that you can just cut out a sketch or something. Just draw it on the piece of paper, you cut it out, and then you can just fit it to your arm and be like, does this work or not? Which is what I did. I was stupid and didn't do the method that they have where you put the wrap around your arm with the masking tape. I tried, but I think I put it on too tight and it didn't end up working. But if you can just use the tracing paper, put it to like wherever you want it, on your face or on your arm, then I think that's a lot easier. It worked for me when I was making this mask here. And this one is made out of Worbla, and if you can see in the camera, it's just a lot more molded to my face. So this is one way to get a custom face mask, or just any type of mask that you want. You take it, you make a little thing, cut it into the Worbla, take it out, you press it to your face, you color it all nice, then you can wear it to Comic-Con like I did. And what's really special about this mask is that we're going into story time now. When I was at Comic-Con, the person who played Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, he ended up complimenting me, and he was like, how is it sticking to your face? I had used spirit gum. If you don't know what that is, it's like an adhesive for your face, so basically glue to go on your face. So it kind of still sticks. Not really. But back to the topic at hand. Which is better, Worbla or Wonderflex? We don't know. Or you don't know. I have a personal preference, and that is Worbla. I like Worbla a lot more. It just dries so much faster to your face. It'll just go right on there, stick it on, and it'll dry really quick. So within 20, 30, sometimes 45, you like have to redo it because you messed up. And I just found that this had the best experience for me, especially since there's so many tutorials online about Worbla and how great Worbla is. So I figured that I would make the exact same thing, except saying about Wonderflex, because that's a very like unheard topic. So that's that. Here's the other one. This is by my brother, Not really, I made it, but it's out of Wonderflex, hence the white. I didn't color the backs. Worbla, Wonderflex. And I noticed with this that it's just a lot flatter. It just doesn't have that much appeal to me. It's just very flat. It's very flat. Whereas this one, on the other hand, seems to just kind of go into my every muscle and movement. It's completely custom fit. But I just didn't get that with the Wonderflex. However, one of the good things about having the Wonderflex was I noticed that when I painted it and primed it, it made it look all pretty. It gives off a very nice smooth finish. So it's a lot more smoother than what I did on the Worbla, the other Worbla. Well, now it has a crack in it because I wore it so much, and now the paint cracked off. And it's kind of bad because I wore it to Comic-Con. But if you look, just it's kind of dirty. It doesn't have that nice flat look like this one does, which is why I like this one a lot better. It looks better, but it doesn't fit to my brother's face nearly as well. But I still think it looks pretty cool. Either way, you're still going to end up with a great mask. I just found to have the better experience with the Worbla. And Worbla, it's really easy. You just take a little piece and you go snip. That probably hit the camera, but that's okay. Just, see, easily cut. And people have told me that it's a lot easier to cut when you have it already heated up, but I have never done that, so I can't have an opinion on that. But, okay. The thing that I used on both of those was wood glue. Sorry, it probably says it backwards in there, but wood glue, and then I primed it. This was the primer. I put it on there to make it look all nice and smooth because sometimes Worbla's a little bit bumpy. And then I used a black acrylic paint to color it on both. So that's using both materials just with these two same products, and of course the same brush, because we all need to have brushes. And Worbla and the Wonderflex one. Obviously from here, well, maybe not obviously, but this one is my favorite. It looks a lot nicer, it's smoother, it's flatter, it just gives a nice smooth texture. When you look at it from afar, it just looks good. When you look at it up close, it looks good. The only bad thing about it, I guess, is the back, but I mean, you can just paint that. I was just lazy and on a time constraint when I did this because I had to get to the Comic-Con in such amount of time. So, if you ever want to do Worbla, you can just ask any question down below. I haven't done any major projects yet using this. I made this mask for myself and one for my friend, but I don't have it because I gave it to her. Probably a waste of money, but that's okay. She's my best friend. And when you use Worbla and you want to make a mask like this, which I would assume that's what most of you would want to do, maybe. I mean, I have no clue. Maybe you want to make like a chest plate. In which case, good for you, because that's probably going to turn out amazing. And I would say that you can use one of these X-Actos. They're really useful, especially when cutting Worbla or like making small designs. Like, they're amazing. It's going to be your best friend. So when it comes down to it, which is better, I don't really know. That's a personal preference. Personally, yeah, I'd go with Worbla. Worbla seems to have the best amount of just anything. It just happens to have the best of all the worlds. Well, I didn't have such a great experience with this. But maybe you'll have a greater experience with it. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!